Most people think you have to be some marketing genius or have some huge audience to make 10K a month online, and that's a complete lie. Look, I've made over 7 figures online in my business with just one digital product doing a little over 900K, and I'm telling you, you can hit 5 figures per month with digital products without having any prior experience, and I'm gonna show you how. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You will have to put in some work, but if you just follow what I'm going to tell you, then you can turn your skills, your knowledge, your passion, or even stuff that you're just curious about into a profitable online business. And there's only 4 steps you need to follow, and it's only going to take me about 5 minutes to break down these 4 steps. So if you don't have 5 minutes to spare, then by all means, go watch some cat video, some video of people popping balloons of people that they don't like instead of building a successful business. But look, the first step out of the 4 is this. You need to pick a high demand problem, right? Not a niche, but a high demand problem. So most people, they're just trying to pick a niche. You probably heard that before, right? Pick a niche down, you need to pick a niche. No, that's not the case. You need to pick a high demand problem first. So you need to pick out a high demand problem within an actual niche for a specific person with a specific problem, with a specific pain point. So where most people are failing is that they may just pick a niche and say that they pick a niche of fitness. And they say, oh, I'm gonna help people get fit. I'm gonna help people get healthy. I'm gonna make some type of product about fitness. Wrong. That's a niche. That's not a high demand problem for a specific person. So something better would be something like 10-minute routines for busy parents to lose belly fat, or how to lose weight without counting calories so you can still eat what you want every day. See, those will be targeting a specific person with a specific problem. The problem is that people are shooting for these niches and it's hard to be seen within a niche because it's so crowded within the space. But when you're helping a specific person with a specific problem, with specific pain points, then you'll be able to stick out like a sore thumb within that actual niche. And why? Because people, they buy solutions, right? They don't buy info. Now, it's true that all of the digital products that do sell are informational products, but people, they don't just want more information. People, they want transformation, and transformation is simply just a solution. So people, they pay for solutions, not for information. So that's why your product needs to be pinpointed to fit a specific problem for a specific person, because they're going to be looking for a specific solution. And people really overthink this. And I'm like, yo, if you just come up with a solution for one solid problem, you can get rich. Now, step 2, you need to create a simple digital product. You do not have to overcomplicate this. A lot of people are making things way too complicated. It doesn't have to be a 250-page ebook. It doesn't have to be a 16-hour course. You just need one product that solves one problem. Now, the 3 that I highly suggest are an ebook. And ebooks, they're perfect for like step-by-step instructions, right? And people love to be guided by something step-by-step, or a course, or a membership, right? The thing with a course is highly profitable and they're very, very easy to create. And the thing with the membership also, a membership is what I call sticky business, right? Because somebody, they can buy something from you once, but they can pay for it over and over and over and over and over again. And you can start to get a recurring income model within your business. That's what I call sticky, right? And here's something that a lot of people don't realize about digital products also. Anything to where it's the deliverable of it is digital is a digital product. So that's why something like a membership would be considered a digital product. That's why something like if you wanted to do an online mentorship or a mastermind or a cohort would be considered digital, because the deliverable of it is digital. So don't just think that they're just PDFs and checklists and templates and all this stuff. That stuff's not selling. These 3 are selling. Why? Because they're informational, transformational products that are helping people with their specific problems. And here's the thing about this. When you create these products, a lot of people will stay in their head and they think that they have to be some type of expert, right? And that's not the case at all. Look, All that you have to be is at least one to a couple to a few steps ahead of the person that you are actually going to be helping. So if we have a 0 right here as a complete beginner that hasn't done anything before, and a level 10 is if you are the expertness expert of experts, you've reached super duper guru Mensa level, right? If you're at a 1, you can help people that are at a 0. If you're at a 3, you can help people that are at a 2 and a 1 or a 0. You don't have to be this super high level guru that you think that you have to be. Because if you keep on thinking that, then you're never going to get started, because you are never going to be where you think that you need to be. And that's just a rule of thumb in entrepreneurship in general. Like, you have to start now, because if I just kept on waiting, I would still be waiting to this day. And when I first got started off, my first product that I made was for a super duper small niche in real estate, right, called wholesaling. And when I got started monetizing my knowledge online, I wasn't some super duper expert. I wasn't here. I was probably around this point at a 2 or a 3, helping people that were at 0s and 1s. And here's another thing that you need to realize about an expert. Look, people don't teach because they're experts. People become the expert because they teach. So just think about it. Everybody that you perceive to be an expert about whatever subject, why do you feel like they're the expert? Because they teach about it. Therefore, they become the perceived expert within the marketplace. So always remember that. People don't teach because they're experts. People become experts because they teach. And if you happen to be the sole person walking this planet that knows how to absolutely do nothing, guess what? Just take a little bit of time and learn how to do something so you can monetize it. It does not take that much time to become proficient at a skill. And you can research, repackage, and simplify information that's already existing to save somebody else's time. You just have to make sure that you add your own unique value to it. And then step 3, you gotta price it, right? But you don't just gotta price it. You need to price it for profitability, right? You need to emphasize this profit right here. So one of the main mistakes a lot of people are making is that they're trying to make their stuff the cheapest. And when you're trying to make your stuff the cheapest, you're in a race for the bottom, and you're just making stuff a lot harder on yourself. And something else where a lot of people are messing up, if they had this goal of 10K per month, they're looking at this huge number of $10,000 instead of breaking it down for what it really is. $10,000 a month is simply just about $333 a day. So if you focus on this number right here, then it becomes attainable, because you're like, oh, $333, that doesn't seem like much. Like, I can do that. So with anything with making money, you want to start at the end and then reverse engineer your way backwards in order to hit your financial goals. Most people, they're just out here running around like a chicken with their head cut off, focused on like, how am I going to make $10,000? How am I going to make $10,000? Instead of actually reverse engineering what it is. So look, why I said, like, if you're looking to just make your stuff the cheapest, you're going to make stuff really, really hard on yourself. Because if you're just out here trying to sell little stuff for $10 and whatnot, you got to sell 1,000 of these joints, right? That's going to be hard to do. But if you had something available that was a little more premium, let's say that instead of this $10, you have $100. Well, now you only have to sell 100 of them in order to get your $10,000, right? And this is doable, because say you take your 100 units and divide it by 30 days in a month, you get magic. It solves it for you, huh? This is pretty cool, right? You get a little bit over 3, right? So now the game turns into, can I sell 3 products per day? Yes, you can do that. You see how attainable $10,000 per month actually is when you actually break it down and see it for what it is, instead of just focusing on this huge number right here. So now if you break it down like this, you won't be so intimidated, because you're like, oh, I just have to focus on selling 3 products a day. I can do that. Or if you want to sell less, remember, we always have to start with the end goal in mind of our 10,000, right? So instead of having something at $100, right, to get your 100, well, instead, this looks like an infinity sign. Let me go ahead and turn it into a multiplication. Well, you can just remove this Right here, add another zero. If you had something available for $1,000, you only have to focus on selling 10 of them per month. That's doable. Or you could go a little more premium. You could take away a zero right here, and you could sell something for $10,000. You would only have to focus on selling one of them. I know that may sound like a lot to you right now, but this is more than doable. I'm telling you, this stuff is possible. It's not some super hard, impossible thing to do. It's not just some dream. Like, that dream can be turned into a reality. It's actually easy to do. And I'm cautious on what I say it's easy, but this stuff is easy. But if I just take it back to the example right here, $100 product, break it down, you really only have to focus on selling about 3 of them. Well, how do you sell these? Well, step 4, you need to start to create content, because content drives sales. And here's another thing, you don't have to have some huge audience. I highly recommend you read this article called 1,000 True Fans, right? 1,000 True Fans is written by a guy named Kevin Kelly. And once I read this, it changed my life. Now, the whole concept of it was saying that if you can get 1,000 true fans to pay you $100 per year, you have your 6-figure business, right? Now, that 1,000 true fans, it may be different from you. Like, you may not actually need 1,000 people, because I know somebody up in Vancouver, Canada, his 1,000 true fans was actually 300, because he got 300 people paying him about $100 a month from his small YouTube channel that only had about 4,000 to 5,000 subscribers maybe. And he had a $30,000 per month business within 6 months. Earns basically $1,000 a day. So his 1,000 true fans, he really needed 300. So look, I'm telling you, content creators, for the most part, they're broke, or people out here trying to be content creators. What you want to be is a contentpreneur. You want to use content to drive traffic to your business, or you want to use content to drive traffic to your product. And the reason why you want to use this content is because people buy stuff from people that they know, like, and trust. And there's no better way to build a connection with somebody to show them that you've obsessed with coming up with a solution to their problem more than they have, than content. And the best platform to create this content, to build your personal brand, to build this know, like, and trust factor. And you only need to have a micro niche personal brand to be a highly profitable, highly successful entrepreneur out here, is this platform that you're on right now, YouTube. I wish that I started taking my YouTube seriously years ago, but guess what? The best time to start YouTube was years ago. The next best time is right now, because just the power that I've seen of YouTube, and I don't have the biggest channel yet. I'm like, man, I wish I started doing this years ago, because you get to build your brand and your authority while you are building that micro niche audience, while they can know, like, and trust you. And then you genuinely get to help people and get paid for it. I'm telling you, you focus in on these 4 steps, you get numbers coming in online, your business, like all them that you see on the screen right now. So if you're ready to make more working less online from stuff that you already know, go ahead and click the link down in the description and join this Credit at the Top community. For weekly coaching from myself, all my exclusive trainings, plus a private community and entrepreneurs, all designed to grow your business online. It's only $47 a month to join right now. That's less than a cup of coffee per day. And we're going up to $97 a month here pretty soon. So go ahead and click the link down in the description if you want to tap in, and I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. But look, I'm telling you, this stuff gets really, really simple once you actually just focus on the right things. And focus stands for follow one course until successful. And this stuff is attainable, and you don't have to be some marketing genius or some content creator with hundreds of thousands or millions of followers in order to be successful. You just focus on coming up with one solution to one person's problem and create one digital product and have one source of traffic, which be a YouTube channel. I'm telling you, you can scale that to a high 6 to 7-figure level. So look, go ahead and click the link down in the description if you want to tap into the community. And I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. And go ahead and check out this video right here for the only types of content that you should make to drive traffic to your business. It's Credit at the Top.